It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle Winters H.
Noelle Winters H. Sometimes I'm Noelle W. Herzog.
Noelle
Okay.
Winters H. Thank you so
All
much
right.
for joining me today. We're here to talk about The Other Way, season 4, episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's 90 Day Fiance The Other Way.
Yeah, we're here. We're here to talk about it.
We're here to talk about it. Not great,
Hiccup, sorry.
but no, please do it. Noelle,
Mm-hmm.
I had a great day with you, and now, unfortunately, I had to end it off with finishing 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, season 4, episode 2.
This isn't a good ending to the day.
It's not a good ending to the day. Listen, I'm here for it, regardless of what it is. At least it's not
Same.
Big Ed.
Same.
At least it's not Andre, and at least it's not. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
Well, this week we're still gonna do a first look. I want to know your thoughts on people when we first meet them.
And next week we're gonna do a first look too.
Next week we're gonna do a first look on a new Angela. Baby girl Lisa.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
that
let's
I'm
see what
kind of like.
happens.
I don't know. Listen, I hate when people are like, this person should do this to change their life. It's like,
Right.
no, they shouldn't.
Right.
Because then we won't watch the show.
No, I have to watch this. Now you've sold me. Just like wasn't there a chick, like an old chick on Love After Lockup too, like her? I
Was there?
remember she had like 3 teeth, 2 in her mouth, 1 in her pocket, as they used to say about my homeroom teacher, Mr. Dewey, R.I.P. Yes, she was like a really old, like, I don't know, like Southern
Yes.
lady.
Okay.
Right?
I loved her.
So when I thought she was gonna be on the seasons that I watched, because they would always show snippets of her, but she never was. I didn't know if she ever came to fruition and became on the show.
She was on the show. She married Tony.
Right?
What was her name? Why can't I think of?
I could see her in my head.
I loved her. She from
I
the
don't know
back
much
looked like
about
she was
her.
like a young girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was
She had like
real,
long blonde hair.
She lived in Mississippi, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Tony Love After Lockup. It was
She's not on
Tony
anymore.
and Angela. It was Angela. Her name was Angela.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Like
Angela.
they always have a woman like that on these shows.
I gotta tell you, I loved her. I loved her.
Did you hate her, or you actually
No, I loved her.
Oh,
like, I would
funny.
be friends with her.
Okay.
She was very nice.
Yeah, I don't know anything about her.
Yeah, no, she was super nice. There were like armadillos outside of her house. Anyway,
okay.
You know what? You know, I like any kind of creature.
That's true. You do love creatures. We saw so many today at the mall.
We did see a lot of, but we also pet a dog. If you guys want to hear more about that, you know where to go. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast, where you could find out all about the dog we pet today at the mall.
And I'll post them in the secret group.
That's right. On BS, on our secret podcast, BS, where we just like
we BS. We talk about dogs.
So Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. Everything podcast related is at TraceyCarnazzo.com. And it's right down there in the show notes. Let's jump in the pool. The Other Way, season 4, episode 2. It's what you came here for. It's the meat. It's the meat in the sandwich. It's the rare roast beef of The Other Way.
And I almost got some of that today.
I know. It was the end though. We couldn't do it.
I can't do the end.
We're gonna jump in the pool with Yohan and Danielle. It's good. I like her.
Beast, man. She makes me mad.
I like her. I like how messy she is.
Oh no, I see. I don't like her. She gets under my skin.
No, I don't like her. That's why I like her.
No, but that's the thing. Like, I feel that way about people, but then there are people like Tiffany. I used to just I hated watching her.
You did hate
I
Tiffany.
do not like watching this girl.
Okay, well, she goes to see his family. So there's 16 people that live there. So it's like 10 nephews, his brother, his sister, his mother, whatever it is. Yeah.
They're so nice to her.
I love them.
I love them. I want to hang out there.
They're super nice. So he's like my dream, my family's dream.
Right.
Every single Dominican's dream is to go to New York City.
Yeah.
Is to move to the United States.
And then she's like, too bad. I don't know what to tell you.
So she's like, yeah, when we go to stay with his family, there's no air conditioner. So we only stay for one night. There's 16 people in one house.
But you stay because of the no AC.
That's why.
Right.
This is the least of your problems. Also, get a hotel the first night.
Yeah, I guess she feels like she wants to visit with them at least once.
Okay. Well, I would
Yeah.
visit with them until the sun went down.
Would you though? You would visit when the
No,
sun goes down.
I would visit them at the coffee shop that
Yeah.
had I would visit them at
The resort
the
where he
walk-in
works.
meat locker.
Right.
I'd be like, visit me in the walk-in because this is very hot for me.
Yes.
I would
You
visit them
just wouldn't
inside
go
of the
there.
pool, or I would be inside of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So, she wants a peaceful life.
Okay. Right. And he's like, this girl has no idea what she's talking
Right.
about.
He's like, we have no money. So
Right.
this is a very poor
Uh-huh.
country.
Right.
And I would like a peaceful life too. That's why I would like to move to the United States.
Well, she has no concept of what it's like to live there, only visit.
She's like, listen, I know
Mhm.
struggles. I think you think that you know struggles. I know that there's 17 people living in your house and you guys have no money.
Mhm.
But one time I called an Uber and it didn't even show up.
Right. One time I stepped in dog poop.
It was disgusting.
She is the worst.
She's the worst. So now
Yeah.
she's like, didn't you watch my montage of silly Sex in the City things that happened to me?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you remember when the bus just drove right by me?
I was just gonna say, and squirted me with water. Splashed me, not squirted me.
The bus driver had a Nerf gun.
And he just squirted right in my
Oh,
face.
he squirted Nerf all over me.
Nerf, just Nerf everywhere.
So she's like, I am very high maintenance. I have a 10-step skincare routine. Okay, well, I hate
Go
to tell
away.
you this.
It's not
She's
working
like,
for
first
you.
I need to put ice on my.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then she's using this spatula as a fake lymphatic drainage massage.
Right.
You know that's just a spatula that you put a face mask on,
Of
right?
course. When
But-
I mix that Aztec face mask with the apple cider vinegar, that's what I use.
Because it's a spatula for your.
Yeah.
That's not a lymphatic drainage massage.
No, you need one of those things that are like a giant.
I have
pick.
that.
I have
Yeah.
that too.
I'm gonna do that because that's gonna change my face. They told me on TikTok.
Do you especially here
Yeah, it's-
and under here
gonna-
because we all have stuff that needs to go away under
I have
here.
the stuff.
No, I watched somebody do it. It was the craziest thing.
I know.
She
I'm
was
gonna
like,
do the stuff.
I'm like, okay, good.
Good.
Pretending she was swallowing stuff.
She's so
No,
full
I
of it.
know. I'm just saying that's what it was. I know. It was ridiculous.
That's great. So she's icing her face. He's like, here you go. Here's some
Oh,
ice.
she was sitting on a motorcycle too, right? Is it just me or was she not sitting on a
think she
motorcycle?
was.
Okay.
So then she's like, oh, and now I have to use my rose quartz roller. No, you don't. No one does
No,
this.
you don't.
No one does this.
No, you don't.
Then she's like, yeah, listen, I need 10 things.
Mhm.
I need a fridge in my bathroom.
Mhm. For what?
Okay, well, guess what?
Mhm.
Maybe start with a fridge in the butcher shop.
Right. Maybe start with a home. Maybe start with a job.
She's gonna manifest it. So you better manifest that fridge in the bathroom. You really don't have to do all of those things if you're using Thrive Cosmetics. Noelle and I have been using Thrive Cosmetics for quite a while now, and she's obsessed with the liquid lash extensions mascara, and I love it too because it has more than 25,000 five-star reviews, and it's for a reason. It mimics the look of lash extensions without damaging glue or salon prices, and the best part about it is the easy removal. It slides right off with warm water and a washcloth. No soap required. But I love my new favorite product for them, the Buildable Blur HD Creaseless Concealer. It's so lightweight. It feels great on your skin. Thrive Cosmetics is just a great brand because they're certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free, and they make beauty products with clean, skin-loving ingredients. And also, cause is in the name for a reason. As part of their mission, every purchase supports organizations that help communities thrive, such as those battling domestic abuse, homelessness, cancer, and more. You have to try Thrive Cosmetics to see for yourself. Right now, you can get an exclusive 15% off your first order when you visit thrivecosmetics.com/fiance. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/fiance for 15% off your first order. Don't forget to pick up a liquid lash extensions mascara. We absolutely love it. So
Yes.
we get to the butcher shop
Mm-hmm.
and it's opened.
Right.
He opened it after they got married.
Right.
And apparently he used all of his own money, according to her. That's what she's implying.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes in and it's just a bunch of room temperature meat with flies. How did you feel, Noelle? How did Noelle W Winters H feel.
So I would have fainted off the bat.
Mhm.
The only thing though I can say is that is normal everywhere else but here.
Yeah. Yes.
What bothered me was she was
Mhm.
leaning on the salmonella counter.
Uh-huh.
She had her arms all over this counter.
I have more to say about that. Also,
and he has a flogger. I mean, isn't that what you get spanked with, right? Like when you go to the sex shop, you're like, "Can I have a flogger?"
Oh, I don't know. Is that what you do? No.
Yes, and then you get hit with it.
A cat of nine tails.
Excuse me? What did you call me?
Hold on, I think that's.
I thought it was called a flogger. I only learned that because Rachel taught me that.
A cat of nine tails. Yeah, it's a cat of nine tails. It's a whip with 9 tails on it.
Or a flogger too.
A cat of nine tails is a multi-tail whip having 9 often knotted whipcords, formerly used as for flogging as naval punishment.
Interesting.
It was also used in British penal colonies and certain armies.
So if you guys want to know,
yeah,
Yohan used to work in a penal colony. That's
but it
actually why he has it.
It is a flogger, but that's specifically the cat of nine tails.
Yeah, well, so that is also a fly swatter too, apparently, from the penile farm or whatever the fuck it was called.
I can't take you. You're so good at history. I can't. Isn't Danielle a history teacher?
I mean, is she? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like her. I don't listen.
Oh wow, no, well, good.
No, I'm here. I listen. I'm telling you, I was very caught up on.
Okay, so I think this was a short broom handle with a garbage bag tied around it that's cut. And
no, Tracey, this is a flogger.
I know, but I feel like they made it. I know, but I feel like he made it.
Okay, but I don't think it was made from a
I think
garbage
it was made of
bag.
just like light plastic, like that. Yeah,
we would have heard it.
I heard it.
No, you did it.
Yes,
no,
you can't
did
tell me
it.
what I did. Go back to your, what did you call it? A penal what?
Oh,
penal area?
A penal rectifier? I don't know.
No,
something like that. What?
I mean, family podcast.
We're all friends, is it?
No, probably. You know how many people are like, I had you on in the car with my kids. It's like, whose fault is that?
It's so true, though.
Stop
many people, like, they're like, my kids love your voices. It's like, your kids should not listen to my voice.
Your kids are going to have big problems.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about peniles here.
We're talking about penile colonies.
Colonies, that's what it is. Penile colony.
What did you call it before? There's no way to know.
No,
good thing we have there's no record of how to know either. Okay, so she said that she gets sick when she eats. She's like, no wonder I get sick when I eat meat there. How many times would it take you to get sick after you ate meat in the DR to stop eating meat in the DR?
Okay, I would, because of you, I would never eat meat anywhere that wasn't America, because didn't one of your friends travel and get like super sick out of the country, and he was like alone in a hotel room, and yes. I never forgot that.
Yes, but I will tell you this. So he had gone to India, and a few of my friends that have gone to India have been so sick that they've gotten that sick. Like, yeah, he was alone
like
in the hotel room.
Right?
Yeah, and he had to have like a doctor come to the hotel room, and it's like a whole big thing. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna faint. Okay.
No, I'm a really good traveler, so that's good. So she asked him about accounting.
Right.
She's like, how are you going to run a business? How are we going to have a baby?
Okay. I was like, did I black out just now? Did she just say that? Because what she never spoke about wanting children.
But also,
she's also,
how are you going to have a baby, Danielle?
What egg is getting fertilized in that body?
Listen, it's possible.
No, I know, but like, how possible?
Danielle, how are you going to have a baby?
But it's just so weird because she never,
she'll
like, maybe she did on
it.
the other show, like you said, they were on, but not on here.
We're going to have to watch that a little. So now she brings her laptop to the meat lemonade stand.
On the salmonella counter.
And puts it right on the salmonella. So she's like, he runs a butcher shop, like how I would run a lemonade stand. Fair enough. That was pretty funny, actually.
Sure.
And she just puts it right there on the meat counter, her MacBook.
I would have Lysoled the shit out of that place.
She's like, I always get food poisoning when I eat laptops in the DR.
But that's
she's like, every time I lick the bottom
touch the laptop and touch your face.
R.I.P.
Oh, good faint. R.I.P.
So she's like, okay, so we have to put in this. She's like showing him how to like keep a spreadsheet, right? An accounting
Right.
spreadsheet. And she just like manifested the accounting.
Okay, but also, can you give the guy 1 second? Like, don't come at him so harshly.
She is very intense. So she said that he's spending more than he's making. And she's like, where did you get this money from? And he's like, from the butcher shop.
Right.
And you know what that's like, Noelle?
What?
That's like when I ask people how they heard of the Facebook group. And they
Uh-huh.
go, oh, no. I ask people how they heard of the podcast. And they
Uh-huh.
go, the podcast.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how did you hear about this podcast? And they go, from the podcast. That's one of
Right,
the
but it's like
questions
lost
to get
in
into the group.
translation.
No, of course it is. It's just funny because he's like, I don't know, the
Yeah.
butcher shop. So he doesn't know where he got the money. And she said, she's like, well, you must have manifested 20,000 pesos.
She's mean.
She doesn't support him. She's very upset. She walks out. See, the thing is, there is no communication because she only talks about things that she knows how to speak about in Spanish.
Well, no, that is true. But
She tries
it's
to
I
make it
don't
like
know,
she's
not
fluent.
nice. She does make it like she's
Okay,
fluent.
but she's not fluent. She just knows she's like me.
Right.
She talks about the things that she knows how to talk about
Right.
and then just doesn't talk about things that she has to actually talk about, like because she
So
doesn't know how
you
to
only
say
care
them.
about a few things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said last time, she's like, ¿Dónde está el biblioteco? ¿Dónde está el baño?
Right.
Vamos a la playa. Caminando camina ligero. No te cansas de caminar. And then it's like, oh, look at Tracey speaking Spanish. It's like, no,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
no.
She's-
Like
no.
today. What did I say?
Oh,
¿Dónde
that's it.
está?
This did happen today. I translated for you today, though.
You did. I was like, Noelle. So I've been texting with someone who does not speak English.
Right.
And I'm trying not to use my translator because I'm trying to practice my Espanol.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I don't know what that means. And Noelle's like, no. So the word, hold on, I'm going to look up the word right now. I'm going to see what she had texted me. She had texted me something. Noelle's so good at Spanish.
I'm very good at translating. Listen, I did grow up speaking Italian. I grew up full on speaking another
No.
language.
Well,
so
yeah,
you
no,
would
you
think
were-
I'd be better at
No,
Spanish.
you're so good at this. It was really good. She said, Le Heron, I think it was. And you were like, oh, yeah,
like
that's
that.
lingerie.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's exactly what it was. So that
Listen,
was good.
in the context, it just made sense for
It
me.
didn't. But great. Okay.
I wanted it to make sense.
You did. You really did.
I
all right,
did.
moving on.
Okay.
Nicole
Mm-hmm.
and Mahood.
Mahood. Mahoud.
Okay.
Your
He's
first thought
26.
of her.
She Botoxed her whole face stiff.
Oh, I just think there's something very wrong with her.
Yes.
I like her better with red hair than blonde.
You mean you like her better when her face moved?
Oh, yeah. I also like her better with red hair. I mean, red hair.
Right.
It just looks better on her.
But she
I just feel like that's the least of her problems. How
She
do you feel about her not frozen? Like if she wasn't frozen,
no, I mean she's like
she's off.
she's as you like to say, the mole people.
She is a mole person. She is. I'm like, I'm
if
watching
you
this, I'm like, I
okay.
want to know what Tracey thinks
If
about her.
we found out that she was from another planet,
Yes.
I would be shocked 0%.
Me too.
If they were like, we actually found out that there's robotics from Mars inside of her brain, I'd be
Yes.
like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something very off about her.
Her eyes have passed on.
Yes, they have.
They're
They
dead.
have. Uh-huh.
DED, dead.
Dead. R.I.P.
We start off and she's like, here is your pizza.
Uh-huh. Here you go. She goes like, this job is so hard. It's hot. It's cold. Driving in the
I get
heat."
lost.
Like, what?
You live in Los Angeles.
How cold are you?
How hot are you?
Right.
Why
Aren't
so
you just
lost?
regular?
Why so lost?
Why so lost? Don't you have a GPS?
No.
No.
She can't move
Just
her head
lost.
to look at it.
She really can't. No, that's why I say you're right. She's an alien.
So she resells clothing.
Mhm.
And she also apparently does like DoorDash.
She loves fabric and the way it feels on her body.
She loves clothes. She's always loved clothes. She likes the
She
way it
loves it.
covers her.
Feels so good.
Doesn't have to have her genitalia exposed.
Because no one wants to see that.
No one wants to see that. I highly doubt she would even have any. I think
She
she's
doesn't
like a
have
Barbie.
genitals. Yeah, she is. What
Yeah.
planet is she from? Maybe not
Pluto.
Mars. Do you think Mars?
Pluto's
That's
not even a real.
far. It's not even a planet.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
It's not
a
even a
dwarf.
planet.
Yeah.
She's from a dwarf.
I mean, she doesn't get any sunlight at all. Poor girl.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make
She
sense.
looks like she has low vitamin D3.
Bro, she needs some vitamin D3 in her life.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do great things, but sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you want to. It's really hard to show up in a great way when you're just not feeling great. Working with a therapist is so helpful because you can get closer to the best version of yourself. When you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on everything that life throws at you. And I feel like that with myself because when I'm not feeling great, it's hard to deal with everything else that's coming along. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. And the best part is that you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. So if you don't click with someone, you just press a button. You don't have to explain anything. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/fiance today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance. So she's from Idaho, in the mountains. She graduated with like 20 something kids in her graduating class.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, right. I saw that that documentary Abducted in Plain Sight. They were from Pocatello, Idaho, which is a bigger town in Idaho, which is like one of the biggest towns in Idaho.
Really?
Don't quote me on that. I have no clue if that's true. It's I mean, it's no
Pocatello.
Boise, but what?
Oh God.
Maybe she's just a potato. That makes sense too.
It's funny you say that. You just brought back this weird memory of me. I can't explain it very well, so I'm not gonna say it. But I was just
Okay,
thinking about
great.
Idaho because this guy was called somebody a hoe, and he was like, "Look, Idaho." I don't know. Okay, bad story. That's why I didn't explain it. Nick, cut this out, Nick.
Yeah, Nick, get to work. Nick's our producer, guys. Follow him at Nick the Nene on Instagram. Nick Nick. Is it THA?
THA.
Any.
Nini.
Nene.
He's a Nini.
Nene. So so that's why I was like, oh, that explains it. She's from Idaho. So she was from the mountains and she traveled and she moved and she went to fashion school. She studied meditation. You know, I heard that they do make you study meditation to do DoorDash. What?
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I applied one time and they were like, "What's your degree in?" And I was like, "Communications." And they were like, "That's cool, but you would have to take this brush up course on meditation."
So I can never drive for DoorDash.
You could if you take the course.
I can't. I'm not par for the course.
You have to drive while you do
meditate.
No, it's like one of those bowl things where they take the bowl and the bowl noise.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's good.
Mm-hmm. You have to steer the steering wheel with your left hand, and you have to do the bowl noise. It's like a guacamole maker.
That's right.
Mola.
I said a molar and pestle, but I don't think that's right.
A mortar and pestle. It's a molajete.
We saw one today.
We saw one.
Very nice at Home Goods.
Speaking of Home Goods,
yeah,
because she went to meditation school, she went on a spiritual singles app. Is this what we need to do?
Well, because she was on a soul journey, right?
She was on a soul journey in Egypt, and then she, at a fabric store, this is where Home Goods comes in.
Mm-hmm.
She met a quote, super cute boy.
Mm-hmm. That sounds so good.
Wow.
Choose your wording, girl.
Seriously. Can you imagine if someone was like, and then I saw a little girl. A
really cute little girl. But that's what I mean. That's crazy.
And then we meet Mahood. He's 26. And that's when she decided that she wanted to freeze her face. She wanted it to look exactly the way it looked when
the
she
day
saw
they
him.
met.
Yes.
Right.
So they're in love immediately. 5 days later, he asked her to marry him. So she went back right away to marry him. She didn't tell anyone. And then 2 months after they got married, she moved back to LA and they were getting divorced.
She looked mad creepy, like at her wedding and stuff. Like he's kissing her, and
Man.
she's like,
She's like, my face looks the same as the day in Home Goods that I
they
met
say
you.
she's the same, but she's not the same. That's her.
You were the manager in Home Goods. I was
Oh.
buying a pillow.
You got a yellow heart pillow there today. It's very cute.
Right.
So she was in Egypt and she hated it so much and she left.
All right, she
But
hated it
now
so
she's
much.
moving back.
Right. So now she's in the flea market with her two friends, and she's like, so glad you guys could come to the flea market with me before I move back to Egypt. And they're like, what? And she's like, yeah, I'm married to a man in Egypt. They're like, no, we know.
Right. We thought you were
You
separating.
got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, we're about that. I
We're getting
stopped
back
that.
together. We're back together.
She's like, she had a lot of culture shock. So he was going to come to the US and they applied
Right.
for the visa. So she was going back and forth because she didn't want to live in Egypt.
Sure.
So 11 months after they got married, she's like, you know what? Let's get divorced. I'm going to cancel your visa. I'm going to block you.
Right. And then they got back together. Because
obviously
everyone on the show is desperate, really. That's the
her
real
friends
reason.
said that she's very secretive. No, really?
Really? I didn't guess that about her.
She did not like him because he wanted to change things about her.
But it's like you're marrying an Egyptian man. What do you think it's going to be like? No, there's nothing wrong with it. That's his culture.
Well, she has to cover her body. She has to cover her hair. There's no touching men. And she said there's always a new rule.
Gosh.
I don't think they're new.
I actually think they're very old.
There might even be a
rules.
book.
Yeah. No way. Go figure.
You might even be able to Google the rules.
Like I can't even hug anybody.
I wanted to hug everyone. I want to hug my cousins.
Yeah. Too bad you can't. It's a
Too
rule.
bad.
It's a new rule. It's from
But
the
she
New
really
Testament.
misses the New Testament. She really misses him. She hasn't seen him, I guess, in 6 months. So she Skypes
Right.
with him and they talk about fighting. They talk. She's like, remember all the fights we had? And he's like, I remember all the fights we had. Do you want to fight about them? She's like, I'd love to fight about the fights.
And he's like, you love to fight.
And she's like, I love to fight. I love to fight. And he's like, you love to fight. She's like, I love to fight. He's like, we're going to fight over that. She's like, fight, loving the fights.
That's a soul connection right there.
I know. So he doesn't want her near men. And
Mhm.
she brings up every single fight. She said that they fight about her clothes and they fight for hours about her clothes.
And the day that she arrived there to marry him,
Yeah.
they fought about what she can wear and what she can't wear.
But
before you were married to him. So why not get married?
okay, I'm going to explain to you. She
Why?
said yes. And she agreed to it all because she thought that there was some wiggle room.
Well, you're stupid.
No,
Not her. I mean, her, not you. She's
No wiggle
stupid.
room?
There's no wiggle room. It is or it isn't. Do it or don't. But that's the problem with
Wiggle,
so
wiggle.
many women on the show. That
She
was
thought
the
he was
problem with
just
Kim.
kidding.
That was the problem with Angela. This is culture. This is who they are.
But she thought he was kidding.
She's a moron. Sorry, not sorry.
She's a potato.
Well, she's wrong. That's
Well,
what she is. More than
she's a-
anything, she's wrong.
She's a potato.
And then
all
she only has a one-way ticket now, and she cries. Goodbye. I want to see him. I want to meet him.
I want to meet him too. We're
Yeah.
moving on to Isabel. Is there anything else in there? No, right?
No, the last thing I have is has one-way ticket, cries.
All right. So Isabel and Gabriel. This Isabel is in Colombia. So
Right.
his mom is helping him pack and moving to Colombia, and he's
Right.
already been there for 90 days. So there's
Like
you
a
can only be there
cap.
for so you can only be
Mhm.
there for like 180 days, whatever. So he's already been there for 90 days. So I guess he has to get married.
Right. Or he could just like come back and still go back and
Right.
forth.
But he's gonna
Yeah.
live there with
Yeah.
her.
Mhm.
So Isabel is playing with Nerf guns with her kids. They're 16 and 11.
Mhm.
She was 17 when she got pregnant.
Right.
And it was like her first boyfriend. Things didn't work out. And then she had a second kid with a much older baby daddy. And there's
Right.
a lot of implications of abuse.
Yes.
She said that her parents helped her escape that
Yeah.
situation.
Uh-huh.
There's like a few other things that they say where it's like, I get it.
What do you think of her, Isabel?
She seems cool.
She's so pretty.
So pretty. I love her daughter.
Her daughter is gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like them. So
No, me too. I really liked her. As soon as I saw her, I was like, oh, I like her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Sarah is she does dance competitions. I
That's
bet she
cool.
has a really good TikTok.
Oh, she probably does have a really good
We should
TikTok
look her
because I
up.
bet they were filming that dance, whatever they were doing.
Yeah. So she said that they both really like Gabriel. The kids love Gabriel. And also Sarah says that the exes that her mother had were sexist and rude.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure.
it's like, yeah, I bet you do like Gabriel. That is such
Uh-huh.
a better freaking choice.
Hell yeah, it is.
Okay, so she found out, Isabel found out that he was trans from Instagram.
Right.
And she was like kind of surprised, kind of like, I guess not really understanding,
Yes.
but
Kind of
like
confused. Right.
confused. But then
Mhm.
also was like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm confused, but like,
But
I'm cool with it.
whatever.
But
yeah.
she's nervous to tell her parents.
But why does she have to?
I don't know if you know, but I am going to
Uh-huh.
tell you something. This is television,
I know.
and they might see it.
I just feel like when it comes to things like this, it is just no one's business.
Okay, but we are on the television. And
no,
they are
I
gonna
know.
find out.
I know. Yeah.
They're going to find out.
Yeah.
Listen, I had a friend that I'm not friends with anymore, and her husband was in jail for many, many years.
Yeah.
And she never told any of her family. So if they're listening, just saying,
Matt's in jail or was in jail.
for a very long time.
Interesting. I don't know who we're talking about. I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, I wonder who you definitely know. You know? Really?
I don't know. Yeah,
No,
I can't
of course
think of
you do.
anybody off the top
It's
of my
why
head.
he can't get a job because he's a convicted felon.
Uh-huh. But that is too many people I know. That's the problem.
Oh, well, she married him and made her parents pay for everything, and her parents still fund her because
That's sad.
I don't really care. These people are garbage.
They sound like garbage.
They are garbage.
Yeah.
They should have more kids. Anyway, so Chris and Jamie.
Chris and Jamie, they're Skyping.
This is a scam.
Yeah, this is weird.
I don't see it.
I have to tell you, they're both weird. It's not just one.
No, it's both of them. I don't see that this is
Something
real.
off. One is a con artist and one is just a weirdo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jamie's a con artist.
Jamie's a con artist. Chris is a weirdo, but not because of how she dresses. There's just
No.
something off about her
Yes.
too. Uh-huh.
Okay, so they're Skyping, and Chris is leaving tomorrow to move to Bogota,
Right.
and they have no money, but they have a wedding planner.
And
They're
everyone
having a
thinks they're
big
rushing.
wedding. She laughs. She does not care about what people think.
Okay, clearly.
So she puts on her fairy skirt.
And
And
a
she's flying-
headband.
The headiest headband I've ever seen.
I mean, could you get a chunkier headband if you tried?
It's almost like she was trying to keep her head attached to her scalp.
That was like a belly band on her head.
That was hiding something. Her brain was protruding,
Leaking.
and yes, and she had to stop it.
Yeah, that's like a C-section scar on your
That
head.
was a medical
She was holding it
headband.
in.
That was a prescription headband. Tell me it wasn't though.
It was very bad.
I don't even know where you would get that.
Yeah, I don't know where you would get that. I mean, you have to cut a shirt to get a headband that size.
That's
Come
a
on.
skirt.
That's a skirt. I don't know
Okay,
what that
so
is.
wait, we have to go off topic. I'm really sorry.
Do it.
So yesterday I said Noelle this TikTok, and it's these people. It's this woman trying on clothes in a store, and this is real. This is like
I hated this TikTok.
So it's this store that has this TikTok, and the outfits that they put on people are so ridiculous that like I can't believe it, and it's not ironic.
No, they couldn't be less flattering.
Okay, but it's so funny though. So this girl comes out of the dressing room with palazzo pants on, right? And people are commenting, "Oh my god, are palazzo pants just flattering on everyone?"
Oh my god,
I'm like,
so many people were commenting about palazzo pants.
I'm like, hello? Are you watching the same video I'm watching? Am I
can't
just
believe
a
it.
terrible person? So then they send her in the dressing room, and she emerges. She has put her whole body in one pant, like of the palazzos, and made it a tube dress, and her arm is in the other leg. And the lady who owns the store and goes, and now we made it into a dress. You didn't.
You didn't.
You didn't. You did put her whole body in one leg.
Now you're gonna have to cut her out of it.
You did not make that a dress. That's
not a dress.
That's
That
a
is not
palazzo
a dress
pant leg.
And then
That's
somebody
hilarious.
commented, they're like, now everybody here is Googling palazzo pants because it's true. Palazzo pants haven't been in years.
No, I remember probably when I was like 10, they were in.
They were in. My neighbor Grazia wore them constantly.
Mhm.
She loved palazzo pants. Palazzo
Noelle,
pants.
Did she wear them as pants or as a dress?
Luckily, she just wore them as pants.
Well,
As
I
a
think
dress.
that Chris
God,
had palazzo pants on her head.
Okay. Yes, that is a palazzo headband. I've never seen a headband look like that.
It was really crazy. I thought that she was in an accident.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that was holding her brain together.
No, it was.
Her
It was
cerebral
like
spinal fluid. She was holding it in.
we're such good doctors. I love how people are like, I've seen reviews on our podcast because we also have another podcast, Teen Mom Trash Talk and Catfish Trash Talk. And I've seen people have written to me personally and been like, you and Noelle give terrible parenting advice. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, of course you do. We're not parents.
Also, we're not serious.
And we're not serious guys. We're really not serious.
Why
you know
are
that,
you
right?
taking any advice from us?
When we're like, oh, just like go on vacation, leave your kid at home. Do you think we mean that?
I mean, I do.
Great. When we
I mean it. Listen,
I guess
here's the
we're
thing.
talking about when we say bring the kid to the firehouse. That's what people don't like.
I mean it,
but don't do it.
but that's why we don't have kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we know the things. Yeah. We know our limits. Okay, guys.
Right. So, but guys, I mean, this is a farce. We're being silly.
No, we're not. We're serious. Thank you.
Okay. Right. I'm very serious.
So now she puts on her prescription headband and her fairy skirt, her palazzo skirt, and she's gonna go there so she can marry this woman that she's never met. Why can't she visit her first?
Okay, so the whole time that's all I'm thinking. Why didn't you just go visit her ever? Why do you have to move? Your first visit is a full move?
You could just move your body to Bogota and then come back.
Yeah, you could
And
just
see
be
if you
like,
like her.
hey, I like it here. Hey, I don't like it here.
Hey, I like you.
Right, I'm just gonna come for the weekend. It's literally not even that far of a plane ride.
Even if it was.
But I'm just saying it's not like
Noelle.
when Angela would go see Michael. It's like 5
Noelle.
hours. Yeah.
Even if you were going to Australia,
No, I know.
you can go visit someone and see if you like them first.
Chris can't.
I don't know. Maybe that's
Chris
like.
can't.
I mean, she's gonna sleep through the flight.
I was just gonna say she's gonna sleep. No matter how long the flight is, she's gonna sleep through it anyway. She's gonna narc it out. Who cares?
Well, she throws on her arm warmers,
So
and
good.
her kids and her mom bring her to the airport.
She has on a
and
houndstooth pea coat too.
okay, so now she thinks that her kids are going to visit her. Now, this is my biggest problem with this entire show and the entire episode. Okay, her kids have on shorts and t-shirts.
Uh-huh.
She has on layered pants, arm warmers, and a jacket.
She thinks it's gonna be very cold on the plane.
Is she flying there on a meat locker?
Like your type of airline.
Is she taking the walk-in to Bogota?
Yeah, that's your type of line.
Okay, well, we see
Also, her kids are like dicks. They're
Your
not
kids are-
nice.
No, they're not nice. at all. So Jamie's getting her hair and makeup done. She used to be a pageant girl.
Right.
And she also went to Colombian Barbizon.
As soon as she was like that, she went to model school. I'm like, she went to Barbizon.
And then she was a modeling coach. And she has been friends with Leo and Alex for 15 years.
Right.
Because she used to coach. She met Alex 15 years ago when she used to coach his sister on modeling. Now, do you know
That's
math?
cool. Yes.
Okay.
What happened?
How old is she?
How old is Jamie?
Yeah, 30.
Okay.
15 years ago, she used to coach Alex's sister.
Listen, she started at a very young age. Tracy,
15-year-old.
I'm sure you used to coach with at 5 years old.
When I was a modeling
You
coach,
definitely
I
was
was
a
7
swim
and a half.
instructor at 5.
No, I was probably in like 8th or 7th.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you were
Okay, but I'm
coaching at 5.
one of her clients when she was 15.
But her modeling pictures when she was a kid were so cute. She was so cute.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Past tense. So she talks about the narcolepsy and how
Mhm.
she's like, yeah, no, she just falls asleep sometimes. So now
You
she
said
also,
that and I yawned.
Oh, well, maybe you have it.
No, I don't know. It just made my brain
Did you say it 3
look
times into the
tired.
mirror?
Narcolepsy, narcolepsy,
Oh,
narcolepsy.
great. I just want to see if you're gonna fall asleep.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fall asleep. I thought I was saying it. You like Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Noelle, don't do that.
I know. I'm
Seriously.
sorry.
Stop.
I freaked you out.
Blood in, blood out. So 3 times Chris has ghosted Jamie.
Right. Once for 2 days, once for 4 days, and then
And once when her grandmother
died. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So Jamie, maybe she just didn't want to go to the wake. Jamie met someone
Maybe.
else and talked to her for 2 months, but she wasn't in love with her because she was still in love with Chris.
So why'd you have to meet someone
Okay,
else? I mean, I don't know.
Then
This is
why do
what
you still talk to
guys
Chris?
do that too. Right.
That's how I know. Anyway,
Because that's
so
opportunity.
Alex and Leo are like, you should get to know her. And she's like,
You
why?
think?
She's like, why? And they're like, because
Also, is Chris gonna work there? Is she gonna work out there? I don't know.
she's gonna probably just like
Like they don't have any
Why?
money. Right.
maybe Danielle could teach her to manifest it.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Okay, maybe she could take a meditation class. Maybe she could
Oh, with the bowl?
Yeah.
The mole
She could do that. Maybe she could
The
do that and
guacamole
drive
one.
at the same time.
She's gonna DoorDash in Bogota.
Bottle some guac.
Delish.
Delicious.
All right. So now we move on to Jen and Rishi.
Jen. Okay. She's here. These are much in different order on mine.
What did I do?
I'm just saying because I had Nicole, then Chris, then Gabriel, then Isabel, then Jen, then Jamie. Like that's why I was so confused.
Oh, it's me. Because I saw the coming attractions and I wrote it down on a paper. And then when the show came on, it wasn't that couple.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
there
I
you
kind
go.
of like jumped the gun. I'm so
You know
sorry.
what? You jump.
I'm sorry about jumping.
It's okay.
So we meet Jen's mom, Donna, and she's moving to India in a week, and her sister-in-law is so sad.
They're having the littlest taco dinner.
They're having they're having a small taco dinner, which seems like trash tacos, which is like an Ortega mix. But then
They look real.
They look real because there's some kind of pineapple mango
Yes.
salsa that looks made.
No, I know, but I'm saying it looked like a taco appetizer. Like that was your dinner?
Yeah, I mean, how many tacos you gonna eat?
Guys eat like 35 tacos.
There was 3 women there.
They better not invite Matt there.
Matt's not invited to Oklahoma for tacos.
Why? I heard they're known for their tacos there.
They're known for their salsa.
My mom's going to be in
salsa.
Oklahoma very soon.
Noelle,
I'm going to tell her to have a taco.
she can't. They ate them all.
She can't. There's
gonna starve
physically
to death.
none there.
There physically are no more. So she said that his family's super, super close.
Right.
But they don't know about the engagement. They don't even know that they're dating. They think that they're just friends. So how close are they?
He introduced her as a friend.
Yes.
He's like, this is my friend Jen.
The reason why he did that is because he denied an arranged marriage and he told them he was going to have a love marriage. I love that.
I know, but like, is this really a thing? Like,
I don't know, but I think
choice?
that we need to do these things in America. We need to be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
And we need to be like, because my first marriage is going to be a money marriage.
I know. You know what? That's a mistake that I made. No offense, Matt, but you should get married first for money,
first,
second for love.
Yeah. So you did love marriage first, and you did it in the wrong order, and that's why you're in your situation. You know, what I mean? With an Android.
What about the poorness? Yeah.
You're in an Android. That's
well,
okay.
I will always have the Android, even when I'm rich.
Right. Well, that's like how people drive their old broken cars, even when they're rich. It's like a sense of comfort.
Well, yeah. Samsung comfort.
Samsung. All right. Well, so now they want him to marry an Indian woman.
Right.
And then she says, quote, I'm counting on him to marry me, though.
Okay. That's good.
Usually...
So I still don't understand, though, why he proposed.
I don't understand anything about
what is his angle. I don't know. I want to know more.
Does he think he's coming here?
Right, but he doesn't want to, apparently.
So what is the thing? Is she sending him money? Like, what's going on?
Does she have money? Right. That's what I'm thinking.
So she meets with Randy and Myra, and Randy is her friend.
Did you die when I see her and I'm like,
She
First of all,
killed
this
it.
bitch's hair looks so good.
It does, and she killed it.
She was so good. Like I want her on the show.
She
Matt's
was
like, this is the only smart person I've seen on here.
okay,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
but you're like, no, Randy, you're not supposed to say this.
Right. No,
This
it was
is too
so good.
real. This is
She's
too
good.
real. Okay.
Right.
So-
She's right.
So she said that she had lost the first ring that he gave her, but don't worry, it was just like a stupid little silver ring. So he said, I'll buy her another one.
Okay. Cracker
flag.
Jack ring. Uh-huh.
Okay. So Randy and Myra are having lunch with her. And Myra's like, yeah, I went to her first wedding. And Randy's like, I did not.
And at first I'm like, oh, okay, maybe they weren't friends then. And it's like,
No, they
oh,
were.
no, she chose not to go. Yeah.
It was a rushed wedding. They were dating for a few months. She was in her early 20s and they were divorced in less than 2 years.
And he was like a total jerk. And she didn't want to believe it. And it put a strain on her relationship with her friends.
Right. So they're basically saying that she's desperate. They're like, listen, here you are. You're desperate again. You are a concubine with a green card ticket.
Oh, that's so great. But I don't think he wants a green card. That's what I don't get.
Well, I guess we're going to have to find out.
Yeah.
So Randy is yelling at her.
Yeah. Randy's big mad now. But that's when that's your BFF, you care.
She's like, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. And she's
Mhm.
like, well, I really trust him.
For what reason? What has he done to earn this trust?
I don't know.
Mhm.
So
I
she
just
brings
wonder
up
that.
his Instagram.
Right. He has 11,000 followers.
Right, which is more than a normal person would have. So it's like, what are you doing?
I don't
on
have
there?
11,000 followers.
You should almost know.
I have less than 10,000 followers.
Oh my God, Noelle.
I know. It's so nobody follows me on
Oh my
Instagram.
God,
I
can
don't
you
know
please
why.
Go ahead, plug your Instagram. This is so sad.
Noe girl _ on
That's it.
Instagram.
Guys,
Just
please,
follow
please,
me.
please. She has a Samsung. She has a love marriage. She has a love marriage, a Samsung, and now less than 11,000 followers. Come on.
And a Toyota. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna
It's
do?
not even an SUV. It's a
Not even
sedan.
truck. Yeah, what am I gonna do?
Guys.
Sedan. It's a compact. What am I gonna
Guys,
do?
help Noelle.
Help. Follow. Help.
Guys, leave Noelle alone.
Oh, I can't even be in a collaborator. I tried to collaborate one of our videos. I couldn't even collaborate because I don't have enough people. So, guys, I need to be a collaborator. Thank you so much.
It's your dream to be a collaborator.
Yeah, poor fuck. That's what I am. That's
One
me.
day,
It's
Noelle.
sad.
At least
One
you have
day,
me. At least
it'll
you have me.
happen for me one day. I'll just ride your coattails forever. That's all. Yay.
Well, my coat is gone. So, um,
Great.
so all his pictures are like just him living his best life, no girlfriend. So
Right.
Randy is like, I'm gonna catfish him to see if he'll cheat.
He'll like respond back. But the
Right.
thing is Randy following Jen? You know?
I don't. Probably not.
I
Not
hope
the way she's
not.
yelling at her.
I know. Seriously, I'd be like, unfollow me. I'd remove her.
Well, Rishi
Mhm.
DM'd her back.
Right. And he's like,
And
how do I
Ra-
know you?
Okay, so Randy's big mad. Randy's like, see,
Mhm.
I told you so. Apparently, she was like, hey, I like your Instagram, whatever. And he's like, how do I know you? How do we know each? He said, how do we know each other? And
Yeah.
she's like, I just know you from Instagram. And he's like, where are you from? And she's like, I'm in London right now. And that was it. And she's like, see,
So
he's cheating on
what
you. And
was
I'm like,
bad about that?
and I'm like, hey, Randy,
You're reaching a little bit here.
you're reaching.
Yeah. Because
Everything
actually-
else was fine.
Yes.
You're reaching.
I didn't think he did anything wrong. And I'm like, he didn't say anything after that. It was over.
He asked where he knows you from.
Right.
Meaning, like, is this someone I know?
Yeah.
And then when and then he was like, where are you from? Like,
And then
what?
he's like, never mind. I don't know her. I have nothing else to say.
She sounds like a crazy person. She sounds like
Yes.
she's catfishing me.
Yeah. That
And he was
weird.
out. So I
He
don't
didn't do
know.
anything wrong there.
No, you should have done more than that.
Do more, Randy.
Do more.
Do more. Say less, do more.
What do you have? Anything else?
Let's see. Randy says, why even respond? He's shady. She's in denial. Jen isn't changing her mind about him. That's it.
That was good. I love your
Yeah.
notes.
Uh-huh.
Your notes were so beautiful. Well, Noelle,
They're eloquent.
not only are your notes beautiful, you're beautiful, and hopefully someone will follow you on social media.
Fucking follow me, guys. I need followers.
How sad, huh?
I'm gonna have to buy them soon.
How can you afford them? You have an Android.
I know.
And a love
guys, I can't even
marriage.
afford to buy followers. I have a love marriage here.
Terrible. Terrible.
I
Please.
failed.
Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You could follow the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and on TikTok, we're Trash Talk Podcast. But more importantly, Noelle, we have a brand new level on our Patreon called 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. It's the elite level. What did you do?
I just spilled my coffee.
Are you
I
okay?
caught it. Yeah, no, but I caught it.
Oh, thank God.
Like a little bit spilled on my beautiful pants, but that's it.
Oh, it's okay. So the 90 Day Elite Trash Talker is going to get you this podcast the day we record it.
Yeah, today.
Right. And it's also going to get you our back catalog of all of our bonus episodes, including Single Life, including, oh my God, I can't even go on.
That's my nickname in high school, back catalog.
Oh, wow. You're being like, really, but this is what happens when we record at night, guys.
It's 9 p.m.
It's 9 p.m. Do you know where your children are? No.
They're at the firehouse. Oh, Trixie.
TraceyCarnazzo.com. Give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on. If you're listening to us on audio, you know that we still have a YouTube channel where you could see our beautiful faces. You could watch Noelle spill her coffee. And
you could. In real time.
You never know what's going to happen on our YouTube. So go over there. YouTube is Trash Talk Podcast. TraceyCarnazzo.com. 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 Noelle, you're the best. I love you. Goodbye forever.
I love you. Bye forever.